Come on up. Dude, this video was supposed to come out forever ago, but my schedule has been crazy, so I haven't been able to make it. The weather has shifted from summer to fall, and now I get to layer up a bit. I don't know about you, but this new flannel I got is totally giving.
It's giving share.
Ugh, as if.
Totally. Anyway, I put out a little thing on my socials asking if you guys wanted to see my Brooklyn pad, and it seems like you did, so here we are. If you're new here, my name's Marcel, and I usually make content about DIY projects that I work on in my house in Milwaukee, but I also work in the film industry and have to leave for months at a time to work on a project, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm at my little pad in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and since this is a whole other part of my life, I figured I should share it. It's funny because this place is a quarter of the size, but it's literally 3 times as much as our mortgage on the house in Milwaukee.
Oh my God.
It's crazy, but that's New York City living, baby. Anyway, enough of me talking. Let's get into this little tour. All right, we're gonna start in the bedroom, cause why not? This is essentially a studio, so my bed is right next to the sofa, but it makes it cozy. I do love the headboard. It's pretty simple with 2 pieces of plywood that are stained and sealed and then attached to the wall. I also really like the bed frame. It's just some 1x10 boards that are screwed together. It's for sure an easy DIY project that you can definitely do yourself. I like the white bedding with the white walls, it just feels clean. New York's a pretty dirty city, so keeping it simple in here just keeps my brain sane. And yeah, that's pretty much it for in here, so let's turn around onto the living room / dining room / kitchen. The brick walls, ceiling beams, and tall windows are definitely my favorite. I get really nice light in here and it's like quintessential New York vibe. This building was a factory back in the day and it has some pretty cool features that you just don't find in new construction. I don't have the space for a giant sofa, so the one I have is pretty small, but it works. I also don't have a coffee table because if I was to put one there, it would block the pathway to the bed. I'm definitely working with some limitations here, but again, New York living. And of course I have a cold picnic rug because I'm obsessed. The company is actually based here in Brooklyn, so I gotta support local biz, you know? Since there's no dining room and no room for a dining room table, there's these little built-in corner things that I never use. It's just some 1x2s that are attached to the wall that act as braces to hold up a piece of plywood that is used as the tabletop. It's more of a bookshelf and a place for my plant, but it needed something in that corner, so I think it works. Moving on to the kitchen. It's pretty simple, it has everything I need aside from a lot of counter space. The dishwasher is a bonus since most places in New York don't have one, so that's a perk. Honestly, I barely use the kitchen because I'm always at work, but it is nice to have on the weekends to make like little snacks and stuff. I do have one thing in here that I don't really love, and that's the hardware on the cabinets. I could change them out for something cuter, but this is a rental and I'd rather put the money into the house in Milwaukee.
Girl.
I know, lazy. Something I do love in here is all the closets. This closet in particular is definitely the same vibe as the one I installed for Ben back at our house. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to give your closet a little update, I'll put a link to that video in the description box and I'll also link it up here or it's over there, wherever it is. Okay, last room of the tour and that's the bathroom. It's just a plain old bathroom, nothing too special about it. There is one weird thing in here and it's the shower. It's like 18 inches off the floor. I'm assuming they needed a place for all the plumbing, so they probably just lifted it up when they were installing it. It did take a little getting used to when you're all wet and you have to step down pretty far, but I just put a non-slip rug there and it's all G. I feel like every place I've lived in New York has like one weird thing that isn't quite right, and that's what this one is in this place. But whatever, the water's hot and it does the job, so it's fine. And that's pretty much it. You've seen the whole place. Since this was so short, do you want to go for a little walk so I can show you a couple of my favorite spots around the hood?
No.
Great, because I want to get a matcha and maybe a little bit of food too. These are the stairs I have to deal with every day. Not fun, but good for the buns. Got my matcha. I'm gonna chill in the park for a sec, and then I'm gonna head to this cute little Lebanese spot called the Lula Cafe. The food is so good, I'm like obsessed. So if you're ever in Greenpoint, you definitely need to check it out. All right, I made it back home. I drank a matcha and a kombucha, so my body is literally full of liquids. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. The countdown is on to wrap this job, so I'll be back to my regular DIY content soon. I cannot wait. I'm already planning a bunch of projects, so it's gonna be fun. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, like, subscribe, and all that other stuff, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I have these new neighbors upstairs and they like clonk around all the time. It's really great. I love it. Clonking away. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. Yeah. I hear it all night. Yeah.